Okay, welcome to the 2024 General Mini PC Guide tutorial, okay? And this is going to be a quick rundown of, this is a Google spreadsheet containing a catalog of well over 2,000 different mini PCs over the years that mini PCs have been somewhat popular. It doesn't cover everything, but it's being regularly updated to add more information, okay? So hop on over to the rules tab, check out all the information, see how the color-coded key is there, and it's just covering things like take the scoring and math there with a grain of salt. It's done as a beginner's entry level of how do I sort all of this information. It's a lot of data, okay? And most of this information is being grabbed from notebookcheck.com and color-coded from red is bad, purple is great, green is somewhere in between, but still pretty good. So just to give everybody a quick, like, eye-catching information. And then we've got an FAQ, answers a lot of common questions that people have asked. We've got the full tab, and this is like a full list of every mini PC that I could think of and find, and still adding more information to it, okay? And this information covers like the model name, the brand name, the CPU name, the GPU name, the seller where I saw the lowest price at, so it gives you some starting point to start searching around, an estimated barebone price, and a price with SSD and RAM, as well as volume information for what the size of the machine is, fan size, warranty information, the number of display supported, RAM slots, RAM speed, SSDs, storage options, PCIe X16 slots if you're going to be connecting a full-on desktop GPU to it. If there's Oculink or USB 4, great, that counts the number of ports there are. And if this mini PC in particular supports a single cable solution with a monitor, or it can be powered by a USB-C PD battery bank, that's covered with these three columns here, and lists out the minimum wattage necessary. So if you've got a mini PC and you have a 100 watt USB-C PD battery bank and you want to power some sort of mini PC out there, look for something on that list that's listing like 100 or something, or even less. That's great. And number of Ethernet ports, great. And HDMI 2.1. If you're connecting to this fancy, super fancy TVs out there, like, find something that actually handles the resolution and refresh rate of your display, okay? As well as power supply information, approximate release dates, and a lot of notes based on reviews or experiences or anything that I've seen change. It just goes on there. It doesn't cover everything, but it's just something to cover a lot of basic information. Okay, and all this is simplified into the simpler tab. So if you're looking for the best machines around $500, this gives you a starting point, okay? Apparently AUStar is ranking top up there with Gem 10. And this is, take the scores with a grain of salt. All of these machines up here, for different reasons, are pretty good. And it's just giving us starting information of, okay, I'm definitely, if I have budget around this so-and-so, I'm looking for an AMD CPU with a 7940HS or some sort of Zen 4 processor. That's good value right there. And again, it just covers a lot of that same information from the full tab, just a little bit simplified and a little crunched down. And with all those colors, red, bad, purple, phenomenal, okay? If you're looking for like AAA or super high-end gaming, it's really not what mini PCs are designed for, but look for a purple GPU, okay? And if you're just looking for what's the newest products out there at the moment, there's a new tab, covers a lot of that information. And if you're looking for CPU, GPU, and RAM guides, like, oh, what CPU do I need for checking my emails? An 8-thread CPU is phenomenal, okay? If you have a 4-thread CPU, that also works. It just might be a little bit sluggish, but it's definitely functional. And if you're going with like a GPU for different games, okay, what GPU do I need for playing PUBG, if people still play that? Yeah, so you need a decently powerful GPU like a 1070 or RTX 3050 to get about 1080p 60 hertz in PUBG. That's my recommendation. If you're going with like the most powerful iGPU available right now, you're probably going to have to turn down the settings a little bit. Okay, And then on the RAM tab, like 16 gigabytes of RAM is phenomenal for most situations. 32 gigabytes is overkill for a lot of situations. But hey, if you find it for a great price, go you. You just don't need 32 gigabytes of RAM to check your emails because it's overkill. Purple indicates overkill, okay? Yeah, so then you also have the fan tab, and this covers some basic fan information, why I favor larger fans over 40 millimeter fans, and some troubleshooting if you experience really high fan noise, okay? And also some temperature expectations for mini PCs. Don't be alarmed if you see your mini PC is at 60 degrees Celsius. It's not burning your house down, most likely. So use things like Hardware Info 64 and other things to check the CPU temperature. You've got Wi-Fi information and troubleshooting, brand information. I try to push people away from brand loyalty. Observe things like concrete data, like what's their return period, how long is their warranty information, and do they have experience selling other products from other brands other than their own. That's all valuable information. And there's some notes like, oh, you might have to pay return shipping for this brand, or there might be a restocking fee for this other brand if you return it. Like, it doesn't cover everything, but just gives you a quick insight into things, okay? If you've never heard of certain brands, like whatever Chewy is, well, they do have a 1-year warranty. Great. Oop. No, go back there. Okay. And then we got memes for some laughs. Great. Gotta stay lighthearted. Retro Game Corps has their own spreadsheet, which is a fantastic inspiration. Definitely check out Retro Game Corps' channel on YouTube. Phenomenal resource. Great color-coded testing of many different mini PCs. And then there is also a troubleshooting tab. And this is covering mostly basic computer troubleshooting at this point. Like, a lot of people are looking at mini PCs as an entry level or entryway to learning about and getting started in their desktop experience. That's great. It does mean that we handle a lot of beginner level questions, but hopefully this helps if you're like, I have no idea, maybe I suspect my RAM's having trouble. Run mem test 86, okay? Or how to reinstall Windows, okay? So, I hope this has been a fantastic tutorial, informative and everything. Check out and bounce between full tab and simpler tab, see what's new information, learn something new, and have fun. All right.